I've seen a lot of carousels built with really complex logic, but honestly, it doesn't have to be that way. Today, I'm going to show you how to create a carousel with a super smart and simple approach. It's clean, it's efficient, and you'll understand exactly how it works by the end. So first, we'll create a static design, and then we'll give it movement with JavaScript. HTML first. We'll make a wrapper div, then image divs. I've downloaded some images from Pinterest, but you can put any images here. Let's check it in the browser. Don't panic, CSS Bro will solve it. First, link your CSS with the HTML. In CSS, I defined some basic properties, so let's place the elements in the wrapper correctly. Then we name each image div. We'll make the images position absolute, give them width and height, then target each img tag and fix the image like always. Also, give the borders a little rounding for better visuals. Now, the game begins. We have 5 images, so we'll place each one on different positions: previous to, previous, active, next, and next to. At first, they're all on top of each other, so we transform them, scale them smaller, and move them. For example, the previous 2 images is smaller, placed more to the left, and set with a lower z-index. Previous is placed slightly to the left and given a higher z-index than previous to. Active comes in normal scale with a little shadow. Then next and next to are placed to the right, similar to previous with proper scaling and z-index. Now let's give these classes to the images in HTML. The design looks fine, just as we wanted. Now we'll move it with some lines of JavaScript. Connect your JS file with the HTML. First, we have to call those images on which we'll click and update. So, we use query selector all. It gives you all the image elements. Now we'll make an array with all the names of the classes we used to position our images. Then let's make a function that will update the slider. Give the function a parameter. I named it direction, but you can name it as you wish. You'll soon see why it's amazing to use this parameter. Inside the function, create an if statement. If the direction is next, here's what happens. From our array, we remove the last element using pop and add it to the start using unshift. Remember, pop removes the last element and returns it, and unshift adds an element to the start. So pop gives it to unshift, and it moves the last element to the start. That's how we rotate the classes for the next slide. Now, if the direction is previous, we do the opposite. We remove the first element with shift and add it to the end with push. Here's how it works. Shift removes the first element and returns it, and push adds it to the end. So shift hands it over to push, and push places it at the back. That's the logic. Simple, powerful, lemon squeezy. Now, we have to assign these updated classes to the images. Since we called all images with query selector all, it gave us an array. We use for each here. In the parameter, we can use img or l and also get the index. Then we set the class name of each image equal to image plus the class from our array by index. Note, we add a space after image so that the browser separates it properly from the CSS class. So the function is ready. Now we have to call it on click. Add an event listener on each image. If the elements class list contains previous to or previous, call update slider prev. If it contains next or next to, call update slider next. And now you see the benefit of the direction parameter. Let's check if it works. Oh, my bad, there's a problem. Let's check. Did I link the script? Yes, it's fine. Where's the problem? Ah, I got it. I used shift but didn't use the parentheses to call it properly. Remember, Whenever you call a function, you must add parentheses. Now, back to CSS. Let's add a transition. Set transform style preserve 3D, and in the wrapper, we'll set the perspective to 1000 pixels. That's important. Let's see if it works. It's working fine, but the transition time is too slow, so let's make it 0.5 seconds. Now that's good. And that's it. The carousel is complete. See you in the next video.